And welcome back to the Big Rapids pregame show on Big Country 100.9, standing with Coach Ken Ingles and Coach talking with assistant Blake Thomas after the game Friday. And I kind of joked with him that congratulations on his first win as head coach, since you kind of let him do the assist. But what did you think of Friday's district win, since we didn't get your thoughts?
Well, it's always nice to win a district. In fact, it's been 3 in a row for the kids, and there had been kind of a long lull in between too. But as far as Blake coaching, Blake took the kids a lot during the summer. I just kind of went along for the ride and watched the kids, and so he's coached them before, so that wasn't anything new to them. And I was really confident he did a great job with the kids, and got us off to a good start and brought them home with the district. I was only worried the fact, you've beaten the team twice pretty handily, and that third time you're not quite sure. So it was good to get off to a good start. And you also get a little bit leery of a big letdown after beating. Basically, the kids pulled the rabbit out of the hat against Reed City in the last 5 or 6 minutes of the ball game and made some great plays to do it. So you're always worried the ups and the downs, and the peaks and the valleys. And so I thought the kids responded, and would have been nice to have an extra day of practice, but here we are. Glad to be here.
Dimitri Martin during that district run really played a big role for you and your team. What did you think of his performance?
Well, Dimitri can play better than what he's doing now. Dimitri's playing a role right now. He's the freshman on a senior-laden team, and he's trying not to distract from the other kids, and he's done that very quietly, but he's also earned their respect, again, because they know he can play. I don't think any one kid in particular is the key, because we're pretty balanced and but if there's somebody that could really elevate their game, anything besides shooting, in terms of rebounding and running the court and doing everything, it would be Dimitri. He's got a wonderful future ahead of him if he stays with it, and we're glad he's a Cardinal.
And Quinn Tyson told me the same thing when I talked with him after the game Friday, kind of about his mentorship and relationship that he has with Dimitri, and you've seen that unfold throughout the year.
Well, early in the year, we didn't know, he's a freshman, and he hadn't played since like the 5th grade, and so we matched the two of them up together, and they kind of helped each other out. And the tough part of that was he learned the 3 spot, which is where Q plays practically every second, so he wasn't going to play a lot. And so then we had some problems in the middle at the 5, so we taught him the 5 spot. And we had some problems and some injuries in the 4 spot. So now we've got a freshman who's had the unusual situation of having to learn 3 different spots as a rookie freshman. He's done a pretty good job with it. Again, too, next year we're going to settle him down to 1 position. But Quinn's been good to him, and Quinn has helped him along the way and has mentored him. And it's a two-way street, because Dimitri can take some pressure off Q. As Jake has been by shooting the ball real well. I think early in the year everybody thought, well, you stop Q and you're going to beat us, and that's no longer the case.
As we move forward throughout the tournament, you kind of rely more on tape and other people's, how they see the other team. You face Standish Sterling tonight. What have you seen or read about the team?
Well, you're right, because you played for me before. We don't do a lot of tape. We worry about what we do, and we don't worry too much about anybody else. They got I'm not going to pronounce his name, Polish name, I think it is. I hope I'm not offending anybody there. 6'2" guard, it's scored 400, 500 points, and supposed to be a real good ball player. And then Coyne, who's the coach's kid, is a good shooter. He's a sophomore. So we know those 2 kids are playing. And I hope I'm going to say that Walter Jack is their big kid that's committed to Central Michigan to play football, who had a patellar knee injury early in the year and did not play. And he didn't the only film we've seen in him is he did not start, but when he came in, they went to him every time, and he got every rebound. And I was looking, we don't have any size listing on him, so I think I'm going to be close just from looking. Probably 6'5" and probably 260. Wow. Not very mobile, but can't move the guy. And when he comes in, he changes everything too. So we don't have anybody 6'5" and 280. We don't have anybody 200 pounds.
So how do you counteract that?
Well, they're going to go inside to him. It all starts out front. Can we pressure the ball so they can't look inside? And beyond that, he's a horse on the boards. We got to keep him off the boards. But because they've got basically 3 football players out there, and they're going to bully us, then we got to speed the game up. And now I read the coach's comment when they beat John Glenn in a tournament, and he said we couldn't speed them up. They played their tempo. They want to play slow. We don't want to play slow. So it will be the age-old clash. So hopefully some quickness versus some size.
Well, we'll see how that age-old clash turns out tonight. Coach, thank you for your time.
Good, Chris.